Welcome to Mobility Plus. I'm Dr. Michael Lee. Today, we have the distinct pleasure of having Coach Dan, a TBI certified golf professional, to join us to share with us how to bring your golf team to the next level. Coach Dan.
Thanks, Dr. Lee. So like he was saying, guys, I'm a certified golf fitness professional through the Titleist Performance Institute, and all the golfers I've ever worked with have one thing in common. They all want to increase their rotational power, get their club head speed up, along with that, increase their driver distance and their iron distance. So we are here today to share a few tips with you guys on how to do that, how to increase our rotational power, how to get that club head speed up, and also how to teach you guys how to properly rotate. So we want to take some pressure off our lower back and our hips, and we want to teach you guys how to be able to properly rotate with proper mobility.
Thanks, Coach Dan. If you have been following our video series, you will know I always want to share some education information with you. Today, I want to introduce you a concept called joint-by-joint approach, created by a great physical therapist, Great Coach. Think about a certain part of our body to show certain functions. For you golfers, then, 3 parts you need to remember. Our thoracic spine, our mid-back needs to be mobile, and our lumbar spine, our low back, need to be stable, and our hips needs to be mobile. When those segments are doing the right thing, then that's how you get the most maximum power from your golf swing without hurting yourself. In the following video, we're going to show you how to assess on those and how to work on those.
Alright guys, so we got our first assessment for you here today. This assessment is to measure our T-spine mobility. So our T-spine, again, our middle 12 vertebrae in our back, those need to be mobile in our golf swing. That is how we load up in our backswing, is through our mobility in our T-spine. If we don't have enough mobility in our T-spine, a lot of the time our lower back will do some of the rotation, and that's where you see golfers with chronic low back tension and low back pain. So with this exercise, what we're looking for is if we can get at least 45 degrees of T-spine mobility, and I'll show you guys how we measure that. It's really easy. So we have these dowels on the ground right here. Dr. Lee's going to be facing straight ahead, and these dowels are going to be at 90 degrees, right? So I have 45 degrees this way, I have 45 degrees that way. He's going to bring his knees completely together. If you notice, as you start to rotate here, if the knees are opening up, just put a piece of paper or something in between and really make them hold that. There's a lot of upper body and lower body disassociation in golf, and this is one of those drills that tests that. So we don't want his legs moving at all. We want those to stay nice and stable and just have his T-spine being the only segment of his body that's moving. So what he's going to do is keep his knees completely together. He's going to open up his palms and just hold that dowel, and he's going to rotate as far as he can this way for me. And what we're looking at, guys, is this is 45 degrees. I'm looking at this dowel and seeing if he gets that parallel to that dowel. If he rotates past it, it's farther than 45 degrees. If he rotates a little bit less than that and it doesn't get parallel with it, that's less than 45 degrees. That's when we have a problem. Okay, then we have him reset. We keep the knees together again. We rotate to the opposite side. Again, we're looking at that dowel. Does it get to 45 degrees here or past that? If he does get to 45 degrees or more, that's adequate T-spine mobility. That's good for your golf swing. If you can't get to that 45 degrees, then you need to look at some of the corrective exercises we're going to show you guys for T-spine mobility and start to add those into your exercise program so that you can get adequate mobility.
So how did you do on the last assessment? Feeling a little stiff one way or the other? All right, so let's see how you do with this one. If you recall what I said earlier in my videos, joint-by-joint approach, and this drill or this assessment is going to test, do you know how to move at the right places? So we're going to have Coach Dan put your feet together. First, the cue I gave you or to Coach Dan is, how do you move? Put your hands in front of you. So Dan, can you move your chest side to side while keeping your belly button and your pelvic bone pointing straight forward? So here I'm looking forward. Can Dan move at this half of the body while keeping the lower half still? So Dan apparently is pretty good at this. The next assessment we want to see is we're going to reverse it. So this time then keep your chest facing the camera, and we're going to have you move your belly button and your pelvic bone to one direction and the other. Oh, you got a little pick up there. All right, now the other way again. Good job. As I mentioned earlier, we want to move at the right places so you can harvest power at the right segment. So when you move, you can generate power at the right places and don't put additional stress on the wrong places. For example, most commonly at the low back. Hopefully, you can find something that you can work on. And during the next video, we will show you how to correct those dysfunction from what you find in the assessment. So stay tuned.